Anybody that is watching what is going on with Mahmoud Khalil, I really want you to pay attention to the way that specifically conservatives are talking about him and his case in the media. Because you'll notice that a lot of those people have since disowned the positions of the neocons in the Bush administration who were fanatical lunatics pushing the war on terror and the hysterical attacks on Muslims and Arabs after 9/11. People look back on that and go, that was insane. And right-wingers go now, yeah, totally insane. Like, that was an insane war. The war on terror was crazy. The Patriot Act was nothing more than a power grab by the government. And really what you're seeing now is MAGA resorting to what they always were, neocons. They were never anti-war. They're full of shit. You literally had Tommy Tuberville, that moron who represents Alabama in the Senate, say, free speech is great, but...
And we have a higher ed. We've got to treat both of them different. But when it comes to protesters, we got to make sure we treat all of them the same. Send them to jail. Free speech is great, but free speech is not what we need in these universities, and they don't need to be doing things that they're preaching from Hamas about anti-Semitism.
Hate speech is protected by the First Amendment, actually. Anti-Semitism. You guys, he was doing that segment defending cuts to education. Yeah, so fascism and really stupid fascism. Defending cuts to education while talking about anti-Semitism. Also a reminder that they're just lying. Like, this student and none of those students were engaged in hate speech. None of them. They were all protesting against the genocide in Gaza. There was a bunch of Jewish students today who protested and occupied Trump's hotel in New York. So you're going to say, oh, those people are anti-Semitic, all those Jewish people, and you're going to try to take away their free speech rights? I just think it's interesting. Just watch what Republicans are saying about free speech now, because they all of them, all the grifters who made a lot of money off pretending to be pro-free speech are being revealed to be the frauds that they always were and going back to their neocon roots. Because every single one of them attacking Mahmoud Khalil, attacking his First Amendment rights, and calling on for him to be deported sound exactly like the hysterical neocons after 9/11. Literally no different. So keep your eye out for that. And also understand that MAGA's full of shit. None of them ever actually were anti-war. And that is why, by and large, with the exception of very few people, they are cheering this. They are cheering this war on terror 2.0. And they're cheering even locking up American citizens who are protesting against this. This is the exact same shit we called and said this would happen. It's funny because not only are they really immoral, they're also stupid, because it's like, you don't think that this can't and won't happen to you? It actually did happen to some right-wingers who got swept up in the January 6th convictions. What if Trump hadn't won and all of them weren't pardoned? There were people that the government charged with terrorism, domestic terrorism, that were on the right. So maybe you idiots should be careful what you wish for. I said this on Twitter Spaces last night, and I will say it again here. I, as an American, will not be giving up my free speech rights for anyone. And I certainly won't be giving them up for the Israeli regime.